Hey guys, Umar here for Architecture Daily Sketches. So June is over and it is July at this hour, so it's time to announce the winners of last month's challenge. But first, I'd like to thank all of you for all the fantastic entries. Again, you guys were really creative, you guys stepped it up, and we saw a variety of different styles again, and also a respect towards the validity and the architectural significance of this particular project. So I want to congratulate each and every one of you for turning it up. So I will start as usual with the honorable mentions in no particular order. First we have Reba. You can follow this person on Instagram. Now I really love this graphically because it's quite simple. He used a single color yellow to create a certain unity within the drawings, and he presented a plan of the whole site. This is actually the bay where the Makoko floating school sits, and here's a perspective and even a really far away perspective shot right here. So everything is pretty well composed. I really like this, so congratulations. So the next honorable mention goes to Mr. Arlyled. You can follow him on Instagram. And this is just beautiful. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is a watercolor. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, it's beautifully composed. The perspective is just amazing, very beautiful, very perfect. The use of color, the use of the intensity of your medium is very well done. Thank you so much for this entry. And the next honorable mention goes to Jaco Travels. You can follow him on Instagram. And this one is quite a favorite of mine as well. As you can see, it's done with stippling, and we all know that stippling is a really laborious process, so props to you for that. But also, I really love the contrast of the dark and the light in this drawing, and how dramatic it becomes. Because as you can see, there's in terms of composition, there's a strong dark line here and a strong dark figure right here, and it really contrasts with how he sort of used negative space by leaving the struts empty, by leaving the A-frame empty. He makes the school glow, and that lightness contrasts very heavily with this dark figure on the side. So it's balanced, it's composed, and you know, it's to me it's quite poetic. I really love it. So congratulations and thank you. And the next honorable mention goes to Miss RB. You can follow her on Instagram. Again, I really have to reiterate, you are the Queen of Shadows to me, because look at that. Look at the shading on this. It really helps make your perspective pop out, and I love the simplicity of your drawing this time around, and I really like that you included as well an elevation drawing, and also, if I'm not mistaken, are these two elevations or two sections? Well, anyways, it's really nice that a lot of entries actually included different views, including elevations and sections, because that really helps explain architecturally the project. So anyways, thank you so much for this entry, RB, and congratulations. And the final honorable mention goes to Miss Arch Razanba. You can follow her on Instagram. Now, I've been mentioning about entries this time around being quite informative, and this is exactly an example of what I mean, because you can see that here she included a perspective and also this really awesome looking perspective section and even diagrams, and you can see how she's explaining how this building actually works and how it responds to its context. So you are able to understand the building, and also she's illustrated how it works quite beautifully. So thank you and congratulations. And the winner of this month's challenge goes to Mr. V-Ray. You can follow him on Instagram. And what can I say about this drawing? It just takes the mark on so many levels. First of all, the perspective. It's really beautifully done. It's spot on. And then, of course, the way that he drew all of the textures, the timber A-frames, the X struts here, everything is just beautifully detailed. And of course, the use of color as well. If I'm not mistaken, this is a watercolor. It's really spot on because it's not too heavy, it's not too light. It's just perfection. That's all I can say. So congratulations so much to the winner. We will be in contact with you shortly to arrange delivery for your prize. And again, once again, I would like to congratulate everybody that participated in this and submitted your fantastic entries. Thank you so much. Okay guys, on to our July challenge. For this month, we like to do something a little bit different and step it up by requesting you guys to draw a fictional building instead. In this case, for this month, the challenge is to draw the Villa Arpel from the movie Mon Oncle, directed by Jacques Tati in 1958. Now, this was actually a building that was created only for the movie. It's not real, and it was demolished right after filming ended. But so far, it is considered an architecturally significant building because in a way it captured a lot of the tropes of modernism in a really tongue-in-cheek way. Now, what I'm saying is that I really recommend for everybody to see and understand this movie as a parody on modernist architecture. Now, we learn about all this stuff in school about modernism and postmodernism that came afterwards, and this is like a really fun, really tongue-in-cheek piss take on modernism because this is actually a comedy movie and it centers a lot on the house. The house is almost like a character in itself. This is actually a axonometric drawing that we got from a blog. Credit to hotcharchiepochwordpress.com, and it has it shows, the director shows how the modern age affects and dramatically changes the way that people live. All of the new technologies of that time was incorporated into the scene and had interactions with the people, with its inhabitants, and sort of shows a dichotomy between the new concept of modern spaces and people in his movie. Now, each element of the villa is representational rather than functional, an environment completely hostile to the comfort of its occupants. In choosing modern architecture to punctuate his satire, Tati actually once stated that geometrical lines do not produce likable people. Of course, he was only kidding, and he was only using the architecture to actually accentuate his point with examples like the garden that you cannot walk in, and also furniture that is very stylish but it's almost impossible to sit on, and a kitchen that functions like a factory and is as loud as a factory as well. Every facet of the Villa Arpel emphasizes the supremacy of the superficial aesthetics and electrical gadgets over the reality of daily living. Even the characters that reside inside have to function like almost like robots as well. But again, like I keep saying, this is meant to be taken as a tongue-in-cheek reference to modernism at that time. I mean, if you understood the context of modernism during the 60s. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is that it's definitely a great movie to watch. Plus, it's really funny. Now, you guys are free to choose whatever view of the Villa Arpel, be it exterior or interior, and to draw in any medium of your choice. Just be creative and have fun. You guys can search for the views of the house mostly online, but what I really recommend you guys to do is to actually go and watch the movie itself. Very, very highly recommended by me. We will choose 3 winners who will each receive a set of Alvin Techliner pens. These, you can see you have 0.1, 0.3, and 0.5 width. Yeah, so we'll have 3 sets of winners who will each receive a set of Alvin Techliner pens. In order for you guys to submit your drawings, please include this full sentence so that we can find you. My submission for @arch_more sketching challenge #arch_more_JUL. It's very important that you guys include this whole sentence so that we can find your entry. You can submit your drawing on any social media platform like Instagram or Twitter or Facebook as long as you include this sentence. And guys, please also include under your submitted drawing this sentence, my submission @arch_more. written with the same drawing tool that you guys use for your drawing is only an added measure for authenticity. And please note that your account status has to be public in order for us to see your entry. You can submit through a secondary public account, and that's fine. We'll just be mentioning the account that you submitted with. For further clarification, we've included the submission method in the description below. So good luck to everybody, and we will be looking forward to all the submissions. Now, if you like this video, you can thumbs it up. If you're new here, you can subscribe for more videos, and you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. The links are below. Thank you so much for watching.